These are 25 PS5 games that are genuinely worth every penny. No filler, no fluff, just the best the console has to offer right now. Starting with number 1, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is one of the most celebrated RPGs in recent memory, winning Game of the Year at both the Game Awards and DICE in 2025. It blends real-time action and turn-based combat in a breathtaking way, wrapped in a deeply emotional story and a stunning French-inspired world. If you only play one RPG on PS5, make it this one. You already know Game 2 had people hyped for years before it landed, and Ghost of Yotei absolutely delivered. Set in Hokkaido with a brand new protagonist, this open-world samurai adventure carries the same soul as its predecessor, but feels bigger and more emotionally rich. The revenge story keeps you gripped from start to finish, and the world is genuinely gorgeous to explore on PS5 hardware. Right at number 3, Hollow Knight Silksong finally ended one of gaming's longest waits when it launched in September 2025, and the payoff was absolutely real. Playing as Hornet in an entirely new kingdom filled with unique enemies and stunning hand-drawn environments, this Metroidvania delivers challenge, atmosphere, and depth in equal measure. It earned every bit of the attention fans gave it for years. Coming in at 4, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach takes everything Kojima built in the original and evolves it into something bigger and more surreal. The delivery mechanics are back, but refined. The story goes to genuinely strange and emotional places, and the world feels alive in a way few games manage. It also took home the Technical Achievement Award at DICE, and that recognition is fully earned. Number 5 on the list is Elden Ring Nightreign, which reimagines the world of Elden Ring as a co-op roguelike experience. Instead of a traditional linear game, you drop into procedurally shaped sessions with up to 2 other players, fighting through escalating challenges until you reach a final boss. It is a fantastic entry point for newcomers and a fresh challenge for veterans who already know the base game inside out. 6 is a game that brought the Monster Hunter series to its widest audience yet. Monster Hunter Wilds launched to massive numbers in early 2025, and for good reason. The seamless ecosystem design, where weather shifts and creature behavior changes dynamically across regions, makes every hunt feel like it belongs to a living world. Whether you play solo or with friends online, this one delivers dozens of hours of pure satisfaction. Lucky number 7 goes to Astro Bot, which remains one of the most joyful and technically impressive games on PS5. Developed by Team Asobi, it uses the DualSense controller in ways that feel genuinely clever, rather than gimmicky, and the platforming is tight and inventive throughout. It is one of those rare games that reminds you why you bought the console in the first place, and still holds up as essential in 2026. 8 is the kind of sequel that manages to outdo an already brilliant original. God of War Ragnarok picks up directly from the 2018 game and delivers a Norse mythology epic that is emotionally powerful, beautifully directed, and full of memorable boss encounters. The performances from Christopher Judge and Sunny Sulyaj elevate the story to a level that very few games in any genre have reached. At number 9, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is still the definitive superhero game on PS5. Switching between Peter Parker and Miles Morales gives the narrative real weight, and the web-swinging traversal across an expanded New York City is as smooth and satisfying as ever. Insomniac packed this one with story, side content, and set pieces that rival anything in blockbuster cinema, making it an easy recommendation for any PS5 owner. Number 10 is Hades 2. And yes, the sequel absolutely lives up to the original. Supergiant refined and expanded everything that made the first game a cult classic, adding a new protagonist, a deeper mythological setting, and even more addictive roguelike loop. It launched in early access before a full release and kept its incredible momentum throughout, earning Game of the Year nominations alongside some of the biggest titles of 2025. 11 on the list, Assassin's Creed Shadows finally gave the series the feudal Japan setting fans had wanted for years. You play as both a samurai and a shinobi, each with completely different playstyles across a beautifully detailed open world. Ubisoft nailed the visual tone and stealth mechanics here, and for anyone who had grown tired of recent entries in the franchise, Shadows felt like a genuine return to form. Coming in at 12, Helldivers 2 caught everyone off guard when it launched in early 2024 and became one of the biggest gaming conversations of the year. This third-person co-op shooter is chaotic, hilarious, and endlessly replayable, with a live service structure that actually works because the gameplay is genuinely great. It proved that a well-designed multiplayer game can still spread through word of mouth faster than any marketing campaign. 13 is one of the most unexpected hits in recent memory. Balatro is a poker-inspired roguelike deck builder that sounds simple on paper, but becomes deeply addictive the moment you start playing. It draws you in with clever card mechanics and keeps you there with an escalating loop that rewards creative thinking. This one earned a spot on best of year lists across the board and is very much worth every penny of its budget price. At number 14, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered brought one of the most intense and emotionally devastating games ever made to PS5, with improved visuals, faster load times, and new gameplay content, including a roguelike survival mode. If you missed it on PS4 or want the definitive experience, this is it. The story remains brutal and uncompromising, but it is absolutely worth experiencing on modern hardware. Number 15 goes to Silent Hill 2 Remake, which is one of the best video game remakes ever produced. Bloober Team rebuilt the classic survival horror game from the ground up, with third-person, over-the-shoulder gameplay, completely reworked visuals, and expanded content that stays true to the original, while making it feel entirely modern. The atmosphere is suffocating in the best possible way, and the story still hits harder than most horror games manage. 16 is a cultural moment as much as it is a game. Black Myth: Wukong launched in 2024 as the first major AAA title from a Chinese studio and absolutely delivered on its promise. Based on Journey to the West, it blends challenging combat inspired by Souls-like design with jaw-dropping visuals and a mythological setting that feels completely fresh in a genre that can sometimes feel repetitive. A genuinely impressive achievement. At 17, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the second part of Square Enix's ambitious 3-part remake of the original FF7. It opens up the world dramatically compared to Remake, taking Cloud and the team across a sprawling open world, packed with content. The combat is satisfying and deep, the character writing is strong, and for fans of the original game, seeing these iconic moments reimagined with full production values is something genuinely special. Number 18 is Stellar Blade, a stylish action game from Korean developer Shift Up that arrived as a PS5 exclusive in 2024. The combat is fluid and deeply satisfying, built around parries, dodges, and a constantly expanding skill set. The post-apocalyptic world has strong visual direction and a story that keeps you engaged throughout. It proved that new IP can still make a strong impression, even in a year packed with massive sequels. 19 is a puzzle game unlike anything else on the list, and possibly anything else you have played. Blueprint tasks you with exploring a procedurally generated mansion that changes its layout with every attempt, blending exploration with logic puzzles in a way that feels completely original. It took home the Outstanding Achievement in Game Design Award at DICE, and is the kind of game that quietly becomes an obsession over time. Coming in at 20, Alan Wake 2 is one of the most visually and narratively ambitious games Remedy has ever made. The dual campaign structure, following Alan Wake and FBI agent Saga Anderson, lets the story breathe in interesting ways, and the horror atmosphere is relentless. It also looks absolutely stunning on PS5, with some of the best lighting and visual effects you will find in any game, making it a genuine showcase for what current-gen hardware can do. 21 on the list, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth sends Ichiban Kasuga to Hawaii for one of the most entertaining and emotionally generous JRPGs in the entire series. The turn-based combat is refined and packed with creative attacks. The side content is overwhelming in the best way, and the bond between characters old and new gives the story real heart. Longtime fans and newcomers alike will find something to love in this one. At 22, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown surprised everyone when it launched in early 2024 as a tight and brilliantly designed Metroidvania. The movement feels incredible, the combat is snappy and satisfying, and the level design rewards exploration in a way that feels genuinely respectful of your time. It is one of those games that punches well above its budget and easily earns a spot among the best PS5 games available right now. Number 23 is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, a third-person action game that captures the scale and brutality of the 40K universe better than any game before it. Cutting through waves of Tyranids as a Space Marine never gets old, and the co-op modes give it strong replay value well beyond the campaign. Focus Entertainment delivered something that fans of the franchise had been asking for years and fully followed through on the premise. 24 is Returnal, and while it launched back in 2021, it remains one of the most technically and mechanically impressive experiences on PS5. This roguelike third-person shooter from Housemarque is brutally difficult, but completely fair, and the DualSense integration is among the best ever put into a game. The haunting sci-fi narrative rewards patience, and every death teaches you something new, making the eventual breakthroughs feel genuinely earned. Rounding out the list at number 25, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is still one of the most beautiful and satisfying open-world action games on PS5. The samurai combat is elegant and deeply fun. The Iki Island expansion adds strong new story content, and the world itself is a genuine work of art. If Ghost of Yotei got you interested in Sucker Punch's work, starting here is absolutely the right move, before or after playing the sequel.